Thank you guys for joining us. Yes.
Thank you and welcome to another amazing episode of J&B Live. Today's episode is going to be absolutely amazing as always.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys so much for joining us as always. Today's topic, you guys ready? Today's topic is love just a transaction? The unspoken economics of modern relationships. Now, what we want to do is we want to define the transactional nature of modern love. Okay, you guys ready for it?
Yes.
I know you are as always.
Yes,
Again, welcome everybody for joining in. Thank you for joining J&B Live. We always appreciate you when you guys join us. All right, you ready? All right, guys. What's up, family? Welcome back to another amazing episode of J&B Live Podcast. I'm your host, Broker J3, and as always, I got the beautiful co-host and partner in these deep conversations, the amazing Dr. B.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun. What's up, Broker J3? And most importantly, this is to our listeners, our watchers, our day one. Some of y'all have been down with us since day one, like four flat tires.
Yes.
And even for our new folks that are just now tuning in for the first time. Now, whether you're catching us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever you are, we appreciate you.
That's a fact. We always appreciate you guys. And tonight, we diving into something real, okay?
Yes.
We asking the real question, is love just a transaction? Again, or the unspoken economics of the modern relationship?
Yes. Whew. This is going to be a deep one, Kimberly, James Clark. This is going to be a deep one, Nia. Yes, it is. Because let's be honest, relationships today, they're different from when they were a while back. Love used to be about connection, just connecting with someone on a level. It used to be about compatibility, and it also used to be about emotions. But now, people are treating it like it's a business deal.
Straight up. Because back in the day, it was like love first. Then finances was second. But nowadays, it seems like the finances are in the front and center. And if the numbers don't add up, folks ain't even entertaining the idea of love.
Yes, it's gotten wild and crazy. You even have all of these songs out there now saying that the broke guys, they don't even deserve the kitty. In other words, they can't even come and approach you if they don't have no money, if they ain't rolling. And you know what's crazy about all this? It ain't even about money. It's about what you bring to the table. People out here negotiating deals and like signing contract. But what's your credit score? What's your career plan? Do you own property? Can you fly me out?
Talk about it, Dr. B. And let's not pretend social media doesn't play a role in this shift. Everyday people online setting expectations that don't even make sense. You got folks out here making $45,000 a year say that they don't even want to date nobody that's not even making six figures. Serious?
Yeah, there are some high expectations. And what happens is, instead of love being about building a life together where you build and you have those hundreds and thousands of dollars, it becomes about who already has the most to offer. And if you don't have it, guess what? To the next. Go on to the next guy. Go on to the next girl.
Wow. So tonight, guys, we're going to be breaking it down. Has love always been transactional, or we're just now admitting it? And more importantly, can relationships survive in this modern era without some kind of financial or social exchange? All right.
Yes.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get into a scenario real quick. Me and Dr. B put these scenarios out there for you guys to visualize it for some of you ones that may not understand.
Well, let me thank our listeners. Let me go. Ashley Nicole, thank you for joining us. Michael Kors, Poppy, thank you for joining us. Alicia, Chanel, and Lil Man, thank you guys for joining us. Dave, Anthony Lopez, thank you guys for joining us and being a part of the J&B Live family. Thank you. Much love to you.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining us. It means a lot. And remember, continue to tap the screen and send us a gift. Let us know that you appreciate the live podcast. All right, guys. The first scenario is the high value partner dilemma. All right. Mm-hmm. Now let's hit this with this scenario. Okay. We got Marcus. He's 35 years old, successful entrepreneur. Let's say he's making 6 figures. Yes. He owns his home. He got his life together. Okay. Now Marcus is looking for love, but every woman he dates seems to be more interested in the lifestyle than his lifestyle than him. You know, they're checking for the vacations he can take them on. You know, they're looking at all these designer gifts that he can buy. You know, they ain't even ask him about his struggles, his goals, or some of the things that he may have a fear of.
In other words, when some women see him, they see dollar signs. That's all they see. And Marcus got what's called the high value man problem. He's worked hard to build himself up, but now he's more of an investment opportunity than a human being, because when women see him, they see dollars.
Exactly. And here's the kicker. If Marcus didn't have money, a lot of these same women wouldn't even give him the time of day. So the question is, at what point is love real? And at what point is it just a lifestyle choice?
Yeah, that's true. But let's be clear now, it's double-sided. This ain't just about a women issue. A lot of men out here looking for women who fit a certain lifestyle too. If she doesn't have a certain look, if she don't own a certain type of bag, they don't want her either. So they want her to level up as well.
Exactly. So at what point are we choosing a partner, or are we shopping for assets?
So next we're going to talk about social media. We've been here, we visited this topic several times before, but social media's influence on relationship expectations. Thank you for joining us, Maria. Thank you for joining us, Carl. I want to give a shout out to Ashley Nicole. Much love to you guys. But we're going to talk about social media got folks around here confused. Because when you look at social media, everybody looks happy. Everybody's in competition to outdo the next couple. If your man is not flying you somewhere for your birthday, is he even your man?
Wow, Doc B. The way Instagram and TikTok done warped a lot of people's minds. Couples are out here competing with strangers online instead of building real relationships.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then the craziest part about this is half of the relationship goals, couples, they ain't even happy for real. They just look happy on social media sites. They just looking like that just for the camera.
Facts, Doc B. So people out here breaking up over unrealistic expectations. Like, how you mad your man ain't buy you a Birkin bag when neither of y'all even own a house? Come on now. Let's be real now.
Yeah, it's for sure. And it's not just about the women. I'm back to that again. Dudes out here expecting that woman to know how to cook really well, but a chef almost. Want her to stay looking sexy all the time. And then they also want her to be a boss and be in corporate America. All in one. But they ain't bringing nothing to the table themselves. So how you expecting all of that?
And you know, so that's what brings us to scenario number 2. Now, before we get scenario number 2, we want to thank some of y'all that's just now joining in. Yes. Better late than never. Thank you guys we appreciate it. Remember to send the gifts. Tap on that screen to let us know that you're there.
Okay, Non-Jester, Cargo, Swaby, Rizzo, Vasquez, Don Corleone. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Yes, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Marsha Gazasa. Thank you for joining us. Bernice Forrest, thank you for joining us. We really do appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Thank you. Prosperity Bless. I like it. Thank you.
All right, guys. So we're going to jump in scenario number 2, the struggle, love versus the established partner. All right. So let's get into it. Now let's throw this scenario together. All right. We got Keisha and Darnell. Hi, Keisha. You know, okay. All right. There's been, they both been together since college, you know, so they've been together for a while. Now, Keisha held him down when he was broke, helped him get through law school, stayed loyal through all of the struggles now. Now, Darnell is making bank. But guess what? He starts looking at other women. The same women who wouldn't even give him a chance when he was struggling.
You know, that particular scenario reminds me of acrimony. That I'm thinking about it. She supported him while he was going through college and had that invention, and then finally he ended up getting it, selling it, and then he ended up being with another woman. But this is a classic struggle, love versus established love situation. Keisha, and I don't blame her, she feels like she's invested in Darnell. But now that he's leveled up, he's looking at other women who didn't put in that same work that she put in.
And she should feel some type of way, Doc B, because she put time in. You know, she supported him, financed him through law school, so that he can be in a position to be able to make that bank. And then now he's looking at other women. That's not a good look. And the crazy thing is, now this goes both ways. Now, there are men out there that invest in women, help them start businesses, support their goals, and once she levels up, she leaves him behind, you know, because she don't need him anymore. You know, she's her own woman now.
Yeah. So at this point, was it love or was it a strategic partnership? If love is truly unconditional, which is what it should be, why does it seem like it expires when somebody levels up? It shouldn't.
Exactly. It shouldn't be that way, Doc B, because, you know, and we see it all the time. You know, we have these what we call temporary relationships, where situationships, and we about to get into that too. That's right, situationship, where sometimes you're with somebody that they're not the right person, they're the right now person, because say you don't have a place to live, so you with them because they got a place for you to live, or you don't have a job, no income, so you're with them because they're helping you financially. Those are the situationships. So we're going to go ahead and get into it real quick before we address some of our newcomers to the podcast. This is we call this the rise of the situationship and avoiding commitment. All right. Now let's talk about something that's becoming way too common. These situationships. You know, that's space between dating and being in a real relationships where folks just, you know, they kind of exist.
Yeah. And so I want to add to Broker J3's, when he talked about the situationships. A lot of situationships are formed too out of just convenience. You know, you're not in it for the long run. You're just in it temporarily because it's convenient for you. So you have to be careful with that. But you know, people, I want you to listen, because people are out here treating love like it's a subscription. They want all the benefits, but don't want to pay for the membership. They don't want to pay for the full membership. And so, you know, you have to be careful with, and like I said, Broker J3 and I look at things a little differently. But from a woman's perspective, you have women, you have to be careful about these men out here who want to just use you, and they're not in it for the long haul, or they don't want that full membership we just talked about.
Yeah, and vice versa for the guys out there. You know, bless up to you guys that's making that bag, and you know, you feel like it ain't tricking if you got it. But be careful, because a lot of women out here, they are tricking because you got it. You know, so be very careful out here. You don't want to just be throwing your money away for somebody that don't care nothing about you. They just need you right now. You know, so that and that's the crazy part, Doc B, because situationships is just like another form of transactional love. It's like I'll give you my time, my energy, but not my commitment.
And so, women, if he's not committing, then he's not in it. So what I'm saying is, because a lot of folks are scared of investing in the wrong person. They don't want to put all their time and energy in with you if you're not that right person for them. They want all the perks of a relationship. You're going to do everything. You're going to date, you're going to have fun or whatever. But that person is not willing to put in the work or take any risk on the relationship. In other words, settling down.
Now let's be real. Some folks like situationships. You understand? Know why? Because they can keep their own options open. You know, why commit when you can sample. You ever heard that old saying, like, why buy the cow when you can get the milk free kind of attitude?
Yeah. And so some brothers and some sisters fall into that same category. You know, at one time it was mostly the men trying to do the sampling, but women are sampling just as much as men these days. But this is a problem. This creates a cycle where people never actually build anything real together. If love is just about convenience and surface level benefits, how do you create something that's lasting and that's real?
Exactly. And so, you know what, before I jump into that next little part about that, Doc B, why don't you go ahead and hit up on some of our listeners and subscribers that's on there. Okay. Remember, guys, keep tapping that screen and send those gifts. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Big Who. We got Chucky. We got Tanu, Eric. We have Hodges and Kimberly. Much love to you guys. Thank you, Al and Chico. We appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. We really appreciate you. We have Liz that joined as well. We have Love Mama that joined as well. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate your support. Thank you. And thank you for the gifts. We really appreciate it.
And what we're gonna start doing on our next podcast, guys. What we're gonna start doing is doing a little raffle for the one that sends the most gifts during the podcast. We're gonna send you some diamonds or some beans back as an appreciation. So that way we're gonna be giving back. So guys, keep that in mind. So we appreciate the gifts, and we want to let you guys know we appreciate you guys back. So just continue that on now.
Thank you, Love Mama. We appreciate you, LaRose. Thank you, dear. Appreciate you. Thanks for being a part of the J&B Live family. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we love it. All right, guys. Moving forward. Now, we finna talk about the dating up versus the loyal debate. All right? Mm-hmm. This is what we're going to talk about now. All right, Doc B, let's get into this debate. All right? Marry up, because that's really what it is. Mm-hmm. You're going to marry up or date up versus loyalty. You got one side saying marry or date for love, and you got the other side saying marry or date just for the lifestyle.
Now, we all want to look good, ladies. We know we want to look good. So this is very controversial. Some people also argue that they should marry up, find a man who can provide more, while others say love should be more about loyalty and struggling to build something together.
Exactly. But here's the real question. If love is loyalty, does it mean settling? Huh? Or should people always aim to upgrade their situation?
That's a tough one. I think both can be true. You shouldn't settle for less than what you deserve. You always want the best, but you can't expect for you to get a perfect package without putting in the work. Sometimes you got to work together to build that portfolio or that relation up to where you have that loyalty and you have everything that you want. As far as the $100,000 cars or whatnot, the nice homes. Sometimes you can build that together.
I totally agree with you, and that's so right, Doc B. But that's where the expectation versus the reality clash. Because a lot of folks want that marry up, date up mentality, but they don't want to bring anything to the table themselves. Or that's what they bring it to the table themselves.
Bingo. You can't demand luxury if you're not willing to level up yourself. That's just like a man wanting to date a woman with a lot and he didn't bring anything to the table. So the real question is, are you looking for love? Or are you looking for an upgrade? Do you want to have that woman just so she looks good on your arm? What are you looking for? Are you going to level up as well? Now, I'm speaking directly to the men, but Doc B, as Doc B, that's what I do. Broker J3 is hitting me. He's getting me the little knee. He's going to be talking to the fellow. So, you have to know who we're talking to.
Exactly, guys. But, there's a way through all of this. As guys know me and Doc B, we always try to put real perspective on real situations. We can break this cycle. Can we change the way we love? Of course we can. We just have to understand how we love and have an understanding of what we want for ourselves and how to go about doing it without actually hurting somebody in the process. Yeah. We talked about the problems, but can we fix them? Yeah. Can love go back to being a real connection like it should be, or are we too deep in the transactional mind? Because that's what society today is telling us.
Yes, it can be. And I think it starts with just honest conversations. And if people just sat down and then laid out their expectations instead of playing all of these games, then we see people in healthier relationships. Instead of the games, don't play the games.
Facts. I truly believe that, Doc B. And also, we got to stop letting social media dictate our standards, because that's what's happening right now. Back in the day, this is not too much different than back in the day. Back in the day, I'm sorry women, but a lot of women used to base real life on soap operas. They thought that was real life. Now, in our generation, not just women, but men and women are basing what they think real life is based off of social media, what they see on TV, what they see on the internet. They thinking this is real, but love should be customized, not copied from influencers.
that is real, and we did, and some people still do. There's, look at the movie that was called Empire. There's the Young and the Restless. Some people relate those relationships to what they see on TV and social media. It's not real. As I mentioned earlier, you have to sit down and have those conversations with your mate and decide how you're going to need to move forward. But people also need to start healing before they date. I think I talked to this very early when we first started doing the podcast, how some women and men will leave one relationship 2 weeks later than another relationship.
Already.
Sometimes 1 week later. You need to heal. Give yourself an opportunity to get to know yourself and what your expectations are again before you enter into another relationship. A lot of the transactional mindset that some people have come from fear, past trauma, and insecurities.
Big facts, Doc B. So for everybody listening, ask yourself this question. Are you looking for love or are you looking for a lifestyle? That should be the real question you should ask yourself before you start dating or trying to talk to anybody. Are you looking for love or are you looking for a lifestyle? Because if you're looking for love, you ain't out here trying to hurt nobody. But if you're looking for a lifestyle, hey, it ain't nothing wrong with being transparent and upfront with somebody and say, hey, I think me and you should kick it, just have some fun, go out on these vacations and just have fun with each other. Let them know ahead of time so that they don't think that the time, effort, and money that they putting in is in something real, when all the while you just see it as a lifestyle. And ask yourself again, what do you bring to the table? Because that's something that everybody need to ask themselves. What are you bringing to the table?
Yeah.
And if you just bringing yourself or just expectations to the table, you're really not bringing anything.
Yeah. And to piggyback off of that, I mentioned earlier about jumping from relationship to relationship. Like I said, you need time to heal and to get to know yourself again. That is the time also for you to level up, to get yourself together, to build your package, to make sure the next relationship that you have, you bring more to the table, or you bring whatever it is to the table. So we want to take this moment to thank You Still Talking. We also have Love Mama, who's still been with us. Keisha, thank you for the gifts. We got Sylvia Harris, Rebecca Spears, and Chocolate 6597. Thank you guys for joining us. Broker J3, this conversation, this was deep. It was deep, yes, and it was real.
Yes, it was.
But we ain't done yet. Y'all keep the discussions going in the comment section and on our social media sites. Keep it going.
That's right, y'all. And for some of you guys out there that don't know, you can find us on YouTube. Now, as we always say, YouTube is our main platform. That's where you can catch all of our content. On the other socials, you catch a little tidbit of an episode of a little skit or something like that. But on YouTube, you can catch all the podcasts, all the playlists, everything that J&B offers. And you can find us at Live with J&B. We're also on TikTok, Bigo Live, Facebook, Instagram, X Threads, Fanbase, and Lemon 8. And you can find us on all of those platforms at Live with J&B.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. And don't forget, you can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts. We're also on Spotify, iHeart, Amazon Music, YouTube Music. We're on Pandora, Deezer, and Podbean, or wherever you get your podcasts.
That's right, man. You know, today was a real one. You know, you already know, you know. Well, folks, you know, this is going to come to a close of our podcast today. We hope you guys enjoyed joining us as we enjoy having you guys with us. We hope that you truly enjoyed today's topic. Is love just a transaction? That's a real question that everyone should ask themselves before they get out on the dating scene or even consider marrying somebody. Ask yourself that question. Is love just a transaction? So again, thank you guys for joining us. We love you guys, appreciate your support. And remember again, starting Tuesday next week, when we go live, each podcast that we present, we're going to have a gift that's going to go to the one that gifted the most. So we want to give back to our gifters out there. So whichever gifter gifts us the most, you will be receiving a prize back just as an appreciation. So thank you again for joining us this evening.
And thank you again for Love Mama. She's from New Orleans. Thank you again for your support. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Vampire, for stopping by. You may have caught maybe the tail end of our podcast, but we'll be back. We're here every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. So we look forward to seeing you guys again next week.
And we appreciate you guys.
Yes.
I'm Broker J3.
I'm Dr. B.
And let's talk about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.